that kind of thing. For those of you that showed support today. Robert Tables, James says, people can watch me make coffee. Okay, you're live?
Some people dream of success while you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
What up, what up, what up? Hey everyone, how's it going? Oh my goodness. Hello. So we got all sorts of new stuff going on in the stream today. Whole new setup, new everything. We got raided by Clark. Clarkio over there. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. I actually got really inspired. I came into Brian Clark's stream at the very end, and he was talking about how he wants to become an affiliate and he wants to really get in there coming off of TwitchCon. And I don't know, I thought it was really cool, really kind of inspiring stuff. Just kind of hear him say that stuff kind of pushed me forward, doing a lot of stuff. And I came back from TwitchCon. Well, I guess if you don't know, some of the new people in the chat room, so I'm James Montemagna. I'm a program manager at Microsoft, overlooking Xamarin stuff there, which is pretty great. And I've been doing Xamarin mobile development for like the last 8 years. Super duper enjoying it. Lake Erie, best lake. Just saying. Take that, Superior.
It's amazing, so amazing.
Now, I do want to give a special shout out. The one and only Lotan is here. Now, I'm lucky enough right now to be dog sitting for him, which is pretty awesome. And unfortunately, Penny is underneath the couch because that's where she always is at. And she's decided that she doesn't want to come out at all. So I'm not going to force her to come out. I'm not going to go try to grab her or anything like that. But she's this adorable dog. Give her a follow.
Dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
A lot of subs coming in. Very excited about it. Alex, thank you for the resub. Clark, gift sub to Dr. Argus. Thank you so much for the sub. And Mortalbox, thank you for the resub as well. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that all the new stuff, we're going to check out this stream today, see if the bits are working, everything like that. She's underneath the couch. You want to go try to grab her? I can go try to grab her, but we'll see what... My back's been hurting, so I don't want to go down there, like get in there. We'll see. Yeah, so really cool time to watch Brian at the end of the last stream and some of the things that he wants to do. So I'm super excited about it. Just honestly, just trying to... I really want to get up there and get partner as well. Really awesome to see everyone in the chat. And I came back from TwitchCon and have really been digesting a lot of that information. Obviously, still tried and true making my coffee. You saw I ran out of water today, so there's that. Let's see if we can grab a penny. So let's see if we can grab a penny, everybody. Let's see. I got a Penny P on the today. There we go. Say hi, Penny. She was very excited to come come out. You can see she's very excited. Look at her. She's like, I'm Penny. There we go. She's very excited. She's been hanging out under the couch the entire time. So, but she's good. Oh, like, oh, those treats? Treats? Anyways, we'll let Penny go do her thing. So go follow Penny Pickles. Lotan, you can drop a link in the chat over there. People get over there. She streams from Twitch over there, which is great. You see, got mod in the channel, got the staff in the channel. Wow. Cool. Have fun. See you, buddy. Yeah, so it's been really fun coming back from TwitchCon. So I'll give a quick TwitchCon update. Let me close. TwitchCon was really great. It was really nice meeting everybody. It was great to catch up with so many people I got to see for the first time in person.
While you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Go to, thank you so much. Resubbing in for 5 months. Thank you so much. I'm glad to see my resub stuff and everything working up there. Mortal, thank you so much. Coming in for 9 months. I'm gonna make you a special badge. I promise. I got to get my 9-month. They unlocked that recently. Thank you so much, Go to, for the 5-month. I also want to stay. We just raised. So I'll talk about TwitchCon, but everyone that subs is amazing. It's really great just to see the support in the channel, and we donate any profit from the stream to different charities. And we're gonna have a new charity for the rest of the year. We just finished up our charities for the Duke Langer Foundation. We raised over $1,000 for the Duke Langer Foundation, which is amazing. We raised, I think, $300 for Girls Who Code previously.
So amazing.
Copper Beardy, thank you so much. Or Cooper Beardy, thank you so much for the auto host. Appreciate that. So over $1,000 we raised together as a team for the Duke Langer Foundation, which is amazing. The beautiful Dukes of the world. You can check them out at dukelanger.org. That's what you see in the background of the chat over here. We're gonna have a new charity. I'll announce it next week on the chat, on the stream. So definitely tune in for that. So yeah, TwitchCon was really great. There's all sorts of great new product announcements that I think are really going to be really awesome for the community, for the stream, for us as we grow together. And again, it was most important was just to meet everybody. Jeff Fritz did an amazing, Fritz did an amazing job of cultivating everybody together. We had a really great meetup. Twitch themselves had a really good developer meetup, which was really nice to see people making extensions in the community. I went to some really great panels on branding and identity for streams and for the channel. So right now I've redone my I actually switched completely from Streamlabs OBS completely into just straight OBS for several reasons. But I redid my entire branding. I have new stinger transitions, new layouts. It's really optimized. I'm really pumped about it just in general. And I think that everyone's really going to enjoy it. I think it's quite optimized. And what I'm going to be doing over here to kind of make the code just easier to see, better to understand, everything like that. So I'm making adjustments on my end. I tweeted at the end that I'm in these workshops. I'm at TwitchCon to make my stream better for all of you, and that's what I want to do. I also went to an amazing accessibility talk for streamers that were disabled, different disabilities, and that was. Every time I talk about it, I break into tears. It was one of the most amazing sessions. It's the best session I've ever been to my entire life. It was just so good. It was amazing to see the things that we could be doing as individuals to make our streams more accessible. There are things that Twitch can be doing to make Twitch more accessible. And I think, and even conferences, I came out and just got ideas about how we can make Build and Ignite and other Microsoft conferences more accessible to everybody. And I really enjoyed that session. I had lots of takeaways. And that was one of the main reasons I moved over to OBS, besides branding. But there's some extensions that are built in now from some amazing open source community members that have built in closed captioning support, where previously it would have, I did use Guzman's amazing closed captioner, but it was an extension which wasn't available on VOD. So It has some really great features on his, which I really, really love. And I'd love to actually use his the pipe to do translations too. But in general, it was just really awesome to come out of TwitchCon and, like I said, meet everybody. And it seems like Clark EO over there really wants to get that partner status, so we can do it. We're part of Live Coders, livecoders.dev. You can click down there somewhere over there. There's stuff to do the things to find the Live Coders website and try to push everybody up. I mean, I got to hang out with InstaFluff a bunch. What an awesome individual, just really great people in general. So I really liked it. I hope my stream, I'm making a lot of adjustments. I tried a lot of new cameras. I'm actually going to try maybe in the next few weeks here this GoPro I've had for a long time to do my video. I think it might be kind of cool. We're going to give that a try. I applied some new filters to the camera just to optimize things. I've been tweaking and tuning and just as much as I can do on the stream to make it really good. So I'm always here for feedback. You can always hit me up on Twitter, anything like that at any time for anything. But yeah, lots of new layouts, lots of things going on. And I appreciate all of you taking time out of your day to hang out with me. It's super duper fun to get to do this. So my TwitchCon, I went for 2 days. I didn't go for all 3 days. I wasn't feeling so good. The second day, my back was really hurting me quite a bit. It's hurting me a lot today. It's hard to stand straight. I'm scared to sit. So there's that. And yeah, President, yeah, Lake area. It's where I'm from the lake, from the Cleveland. So big fan of the lake area. There's an amazing shop called Clee Clothing. They make all Cleveland branded and inspired clothing. So I have quite a bit of Cleveland apparel. A lot of family back. See if I miss anything in the chat. Used to go to lake every summer. Yeah, it's something. It's something, that's for sure. So morning, Clinton. How's it going? Very good. Yeah, I'm from Cleveland, born and raised. Suburbs. I mean, when we say you're from Cleveland, you're really from the suburbs. So there's that. Oh, Private Beach. That's cool. Yeah.
Success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Clinton, thank you so much coming in. A tier 2 sub. I don't even. Who does that? That's amazing. Thank you so much. 4 months streak. Thank you so much for the resub, Clinton. Thank you so much. That's what it says at tier 2. I think that just means you give me more money, but you do get one more emote. I think you get the crush it emote. Boom.
It should also read that I crushed it from 2013 to present.
There you go. Boop, boop. Yeah, you get that. No one else has ever gotten that. So there's that. So pretty rad. Yeah. So yeah, I went for 2 days. I went to some sessions. It's very overwhelming. There's just so much going on at TwitchCon. It was a lot of people, very little space. But it was good learnings. Like I said, I went to the accessibility talk that really blew my mind in general. It wasn't a talk on accessibility, but it was from streamers with disabilities and how they stream and things that they use. And there was a conversation, which was really great. I went to this like 3-hour-long branding workshop, and I have some branding stuff that I do already. It made me think a little bit deeper about the channel, about the stream, about everything. So you'll see some drastic changes, and Twitch is making some awesome changes too. So I'm really excited about that. So there'll be less junk and less clutter at the end of the day. And yeah, I'm streaming at 1080p. That's my go-to. I'm getting the 30 frames per second, 3300 or so upload, things like that. So I've heard, I've listened, it's totally happening. Everything will be good from here on out. Pretty excited about that. Ancient, yeah, thank you so much for coming in this evening. I need to change this music thing. It seems to be adjusting all the time when it changes songs. So I'll fix that at some point. Yeah. It's been almost a year. I forget when my very first stream was. I'd have to look back, but I think it was in November 2018. So I think it's almost been a year, which is crazy. So yeah, it's been super fun. Still making coffee, not going anywhere. Cleaner stream, more streamlined, everything like that. So yeah, so today we're gonna do a few things. I thought it'd be kind of fun to sort of mix it up a little bit. So I figure what we would do is a few things. So I think in my stream I said I'm going to do TwitchCon recap. So kind of just been doing that, talking about TwitchCon. Then I'm going to also do the Xamarin and Azure challenge. I thought that it would be kind of fun. We were on the live stream for the .NET community stand-up. I was like, I'll just do it live. And this is, you could do it at home with me if you want right now, which would be kind of fun. And you can win some goodies. We're going to do it. And this is a new sort of challenge that the team put out. I worked with Christos from our marketing team, which was super rad. And you can, we're going to give over 1,000 people a $25 Xbox Gold gift card, which is cool. You can use it on PC or on your Xbox. And then also 10 randomly selected participants will receive Surface headphones. I don't even have Surface headphones. I was talking to Alex Blount earlier, and he had these Surface headphones. Like, I don't have that, which is cool. So those are like a $300 value. So that seems rad. Though I'd want those Surface Buds to be cool. I'm really excited about the Duo and the Neo, which is cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swap over, and then I figure, I don't know how long that'll take us. We'll see how that goes. And then next week I want to do some machine learning on Hanselman's tweets and integrate that into the application and do some stuff. But we might just mesh on some Hanselman forms code later, things like that. So we'll see how that goes. But nice. Yeah, see, so one thing I'm learning here, I'm gonna probably tweak this background here because everyone's like, I'm gonna see if I can adjust the chat to see if we can get different usernames to not be blue, basic. I don't know why some are blue and some are not blue. I'll figure that out. That's kind of good to know. Classic. Some people are red. I don't quite understand that, but all right, cool. Let's swap over my Surface. Cool. But brand new. Pretty excited about this layout. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty geeking out hard about it. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it. So really excited about it. And this chat has better colors. I don't know what's up with that. Weird. Anyways, okay. So here's the challenge. Clinton Rocksmith, thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies coming in. That is astonishing. Thank you so much.
Today was a good day.
Smob says it'll drive him crazy if I'm not in the center of the Xamarin. How's that? A little bit better? Just put it right there. Just slightly off center like this. Just drift a little bit. Here's a cool one. I'm gonna have some cool little things in here, so we'll see what's going on there. Adjust this. Sometimes you just gotta do 5. I did steal the I did steal the Xamarin from Kim. I didn't steal it. He gave it to me. He said, here's how you do it. I was very, how you do that? I'm so interested. Give it to me. So, yeah, so I was like, here, I'm going to do that. We're friends. We're just good friends. That's all. No, very good. Oh, also, thank you for the follow, Colonel Burrito. Look, I was like, those bits working good. That's great. Clinton Rocksmith's just taking up the entire feed up there. All right, so this is the Xamarin challenge in general, and the whole idea is to build a Xamarin app that connects to an Azure function. We've done that many a times on the stream, so we're there. Valcub asks, is that Edge? This is Edge Dev, the Edge Chromium. That is correct in general. Blink once, it runs against you, Bill, or you're being forced to run it. No, I use Edge probably 80% of the time, I would say in general. I've transferred over almost all my accounts back and forth. So yeah. I still use Edge every once in a while. Sometimes I have some challenges in Edgeum every once in a while. Pretty little, but in general, yeah, I use it all the time. So I like it a lot. I think it's nicer now because it's on Mac and PC, and I go back and forth often. But I still have both installed. Like I have Chrome on here. There it is. But yeah. Hey Glenn, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see everyone in the chat. It's been a while since I've been on. I know. I'm sorry. All right. Cool. So we're gonna do this challenge. Why not? So prizes. These are the prizes. You can do some stuff, and it says prerequisite. This is your first time. Like here's the installer. We already have that. The challenge. Structure to give you an opportunity to learn on how to work with Xamarin and this. All right. Cool. So comments. Nice challenge. Don't know about that though. Be interesting to understand how this works. Let's see. On to the challenge. You don't need to be sorry about anything. I'm just being truthful. There's the challenge. It is a GitHub repo, so that's good. Welcome to the Xamarin Azure Challenge. It runs till 23:59. There you go. Uh, 10 grand prize winners, 1,000 winners receivers. So that one's actually, it's a $25 gift card, so I should probably update that. Blah, blah, blah. Terms and conditions. Challenges. Create and publish an Azure function. Add the Azure function URL to the app. Submit your entry. That seems easy enough. If you don't have an Azure account, which we do, don't worry. Oh, cool. Rick, how's it going? Following live from the Netherlands. Let's see what new I can learn. Yeah, so today we're doing this app challenge right here. I guess I could have done a what in there. And we're just walking through this right now. Okay, so let's clone the repository. So this is the repo. Let's boot up Visual Studio. We're going to do clone a repo. Boom. I do like that feature of Visual Studio. All right. Barkayo, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. Thank you for the inspiration. I'm sure we'll be in contact shortly. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got to do. Okay, so we got to download the source code. Done. Blah, blah, blah. All right. After cloning the repository, we have 3 options to create our Azure function. Account setting. Add account. I've already done that. Already logged in. That's good. It's really walked you through everything. Okay, so Visual Studio, click the back end. Source. Doc. Account settings close. In Visual Studio in the solution, right click on backend. Oh, maybe I need to open this thing. I don't actually know if it said open the solution. Let's browse. I'm not reading. Okay, in open the solution. Do you always clone straight from Visual Studio or do you use the command line? I use both. I would say, honestly, I almost exclusively now use the Team Explorer options. Like, I'll just come in here. I'm already logged into, let's hit clone it 100%. I would say the amount of time that I use the Git command line is negligible. Just negligible amounts of time. If I need to clone or something like that. Oh man, we just got an, yeah, we just, question is it so bad if you're getting continuous upgrades all the time, Smob? Or not? I think it's better for Visual Studio updates than iPhone updates. And that's going to be, you know, all day iPhone updates, just nonstop. Which I don't even have an iPhone, so I'm okay. I did update my Android device to Android 10, so there's that. Okay, so what's in this thing? We have a mobile app, iOS, Android, a shared. What is that? Nothing in it. Packages that for services app authentic. Intriguing. All right. There's a share. Why is there a little thing here? So we have some pages, a base content page. We have a results page, user data page, new model. So we have straight Xamarin Forms app. But the Android one is the startup. That's where I'll be at. All right. Well, you know what I should do too? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete this. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fork it. I'm going to log in. And I'm going to save mine. And what we'll do is we will do. We are going to fork it into my project.
Success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Chicka Wing, thank you for the subscription. Twitch Prime, that's free, baby. Coming in with the Twitch Prime. 3 months, you get a new subscriber badge. Thank you so much. You only get 1 Twitch Prime a month, and you gave it to me, and I super duper appreciate that. Yes, Clinton, that is the best. That is the best command. So let's go into our source repos. We're gonna delete this. Here's what we're gonna do, because I'll allow automod. All right, so we're in my fork. Here's why I want to do it this way, because I'm probably gonna make some pull request changes to this repo. I'm just saying. Don't tell anyone, but why not? So let's do that. So we're gonna make. Yeah, let's clone this. Now we're gonna pump this up. And let's clone this one. Boop. Now, it's important when you clone it, if you are going to make a pull request back, you got to make sure that you also then create a branch. So we're going to say new branch. We'll just call it mots. Just any branch name, because you never want to commit to master and then do a PR to master. You really want it to be the other way around. You want to do your fork so your masters always stay in sync. But there's that. Okay, cool. So we got mots. Going to source. We're gonna open this up. Doop. Also, how is everyone doing today? I mean, I haven't heard from everyone in like 2 weeks. I hope everyone's doing good. I'm really excited for my Europe tour. Gonna see probably a few of you in person. Who's gonna see me in person in Europe? I'm literally going everywhere. I'm like everywhere. Trying to go everywhere. We're going to DevReach in Bulgaria. We're going to Belgium. We're going to Germany. We're going to the UK. We're going to the Netherlands. We're going to Sweden. Hopefully I see some of you somewhere. Bad. All right, so we clone this puppy down. I like it. I like it. I like it. And let's go ahead and read the README. So we did this. Signed in. I'm good. Okay, so it says in Visual Studio on the back end, right-click publish, which is probably what you should always do. Always be right-click.
And I'm going to do what all Visual Studio developers do. I'm going to start right-clicking on everything.
So here's what's. Let's take a look at this app first. Challenge, challenge, challenge. Oh, you're gonna be in there. Am I gonna go to Norway? I won't be in Norway. I would love to go back to Norway. Big fan of the Norway. Maybe NDC next year. Aiden's gonna be in Cologne. A lot of people in Cologne. That'd be rad. Yeah, nice. Janice Q, how's it going, buddy? Hey, honey, how's it going, Pop? Honey Pop. Honey Pop. Very cool. Rick's gonna be in Cologne and Netherlands too. Very rad. Okay, so we have, what do we have? We have a function and an API service. We have a host file, which has nothing in it. Cool, cool, cool. Local settings is encrypted, false, endpoints register, has an API host. All right. And then submit challenge function. All right, so this is an HTTP trigger. Does Azure give you their services for free during this challenge? So you can deploy it into your, good question, by the way, Honey Pop. So you're only deploying an Azure function to the back end. You can get, there's like on the main page here, this will show you how to create like a free account. So you just create a free account to do it to. But it's an Azure function, so this should literally cost you 0.0001 penny probably to do it, if that. So but yeah, just create a free account and then deploy it there. Or if you already have a Visual Studio like enterprise account, you'd get free credits too. Yeah. I don't have so free account, just a free account. Yes, you can create a free account under any email address, anything you want. You're good to go. All right, so let's see what it's doing here. There's is data valid. Okay. And our oops. Go. All right. Is data valid? Okay, so we are putting in a is data valid. We have a user. User. Where is that? I want to imagine that it's in this thing. I don't know why why is it a shared? Yeah, see, there's user. Like wasn't included in here for some reason. Also, why is this a shared project? It makes no sense. It's a shared project. This needs to be a .NET Standard library. So 1, incorrect. Can I use AWS for that challenge? I don't think so because it's an Azure function. I guess you could reproduce this Azure function in AWS if you wanted to. But I don't really know how that would work. I mean, you'd have to revalidate stuff, I guess. Question mark? I don't really know. But also, if you are deploying an HTTP trigger on AWS, that'll be more expensive than an Azure function because you're going to need an API gateway. Then you're going to have to pay twice, just so you know. So Azure functions, you don't have to pay twice in general. So I've never had any issues with cold starts though. But yeah, definitely let me know. I talk to that team all the time. Big functions fan. And of course, you can use it as long as it validates. I think it's fine. All right, so I think there's this backend code. Okay, so it says is data valid? All right, this makes sense. So we have a string builder. So we validate phone, name, email. Sounds good. And we do some string validation. Sure. Phone number null or empty. User object is null. Then you'll be able to do this. Is an object. That'd be is not null. But pop function. Honey pop function. Nope. All right, so that's easy enough. We're just validating data. And then return bad error message. That sounds good. And then what we're doing here is it looks like we are calling into this API service, which will get Azure subscriptions. You don't really need to do this. This is just too much overhead for no reason. It's just unnecessary, personal opinion. And then in my personal opinion, API service send challenge submission. So it takes the user data and then it as an Azure subscription, and then it submits it. Okay, cool. So this API service, there's a bunch of code in here for us. Private static read only. Is it bad to use multiple cloud providers? Depends what you're doing. A lot of people use multiple cloud providers and backup and that. I know some companies that use like 5. So it all depends what service you want. I think it gets complicated with billing though. On-premise provider. All right, so this get Azure subscription. Okay, so this is crazy. This is some crazy interesting code. So I think what this is doing is it's going off and it's using it's getting your Azure subscription for the email address you put in. I see. So it goes, so what this is doing is it's going to validate your user information, and then it's going to get Azure subscription WID. Now, that is for, okay, so you can't do this on AWS because this is going to be looking for the Azure subscription of literally where this is deployed. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Now, here you go. Azure function must be running on Azure. So you can't do it locally. You actually do have to deploy this. This is going to go off. It's going to deploy an Azure function into the back end that we can send our user information from. And then we're going to, I mean, it is an Azure challenge. So there's that. So this goes off and it queries Azure and says, what subscription am I running this code in? And then it finds the first subscription ID and then it returns that. So that's where it's going to get. And then it does a send challenge submission. It takes in the user data and then sends that Azure subscription. So for every Azure subscription that comes in, you have one unique entry. It's actually a really smart way of doing this type of contest or challenge, is that you deploy this Azure backend. It's funny that the song is called Azure Dream. Okay, if you are looking in the top right now. So you take that Azure subscription ID and then the user ID. So you can't just have multiple people deploying, you'd have to deploy to a whole nother Azure instance and then create a new user and do it. So if you're trying to game the system or something, and that seems like a lot of work for a contest entry, but So this goes, it grabs that information, it serializes the object, and then it string content, puts that in, posts it to the back end. Got it. So this client up here that it creates, client hold. Oh, I see. The lazy, a little bit much. It goes and it creates a new client handler. And it calls off to the submission endpoint, which is going to come from this back end. So the submission is this here. That's where this lives. So this also lives in Azure. So it's going to put it off there. I don't know. I don't think it would do that. And there's a bunch of stuff to submit this. Okay, so let's follow through. So I pulled that down. And we're going to say publish. We're going to create a new consumption plan. That's correct. Okay, I can do that. So I'm going to do publish. Right-click publish.
And I'm going to do what all Visual Studio developers do. I'm going to start right-clicking on everything.
I'm going to create a profile first. That account. Okay, so very long name. Okay, so I'll keep right clicking on everything. Okay, so we're going to create a new resource group, and we're calling this Xamarin Azure Challenge Bots. Okay. And then put it in my enterprise account. We'll do Central US, doesn't matter. I will do a new one. We'll do Central US. Oh, I guess I could just, I'm just gonna let it create that, I guess. I did it. Oh, configure. East. All right, we'll put this in East then too. We'll do East US. This will be in East US. Why is that little? Standard, redundant. Okay. But the important part is that we're going to put it all in here in this single resource group. Why is it creating an app service? Oh, great question. An Azure function is an app service. It lives inside of app service. So you have all of the benefits of app service, but and that you can deploy into and take advantage of. And that's where Azure Functions lives, in the backend. So it actually lives inside of app service. So we'll create that. You deploy your function into an app service. Kind of cool. We'll create. Oh, there we go. Oh, this, it doesn't. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's. It doesn't like that. I'm gonna do. I think it's because it already. Xamarin App Challenge bots. Xamarin App. Xamarin Challenge bots. That should be available. Hit OK. Got it. So by default, when you end up doing this, it appends the name and then it has a already existing name. So. Oh, okay. So great question. So yeah, so there are no costs. So there isn't a app service plan for it. I'm way up, I feel blessed. So it's deployed into an app service. These are great questions, honey. I wish that I had Jeff Holland on here to answer all these, but this is from my understanding at least. So you're going to create, it lives inside of app service, but it's not an app service plan. I am creating what I can see right here is an Azure function consumption plan. There's two types of plans for Azure functions. Consumption, which is the on-demand pricing. See how I'm not creating an Azure App Service plan? And then I should be a salesperson. In my GameStop days, I was. So here is a consumption plan, pay on demand, the 0.000 pennies, whatever. And then, yes, exactly, Janiscu, there's an Azure Functions premium plan. For all intents and purposes, you could think of that as a warm start plan. It's your app. It's like a website that's running all the time and you need the warm start. So you have the control over what you want to do there. For me, I always use consumption plans in general, and they're trigger based and everything like that. So that's what I do. But yeah, you have that option, that flexibility. And additionally, like I said, you're using HTTP requests. You don't need an API gateway with Azure. It's built in because it's part of app service. So you get it to take advantage of that. There's no API gateway.
Open up the champagne, pop.
It's my house.
Come on, turn it up.
Welcome everyone from Rambling Geek. Of course, you may all be seeing beautiful ads right now, but let's go ahead and let some monkeys fly onto the stream. There we go. Hey everyone, welcome. Yes, welcome to the stream. Well, of course, probably there's, Twitch. One day it'll get rid of all those ads. Right now we are how did your stream go? Rambling, how is it going? Oh my goodness. How's OBS been for me? It's going good. I got the new setup. I got all sorts of new stuff. I got these cool transitions. It's very fancy. Now there's me over here. Let's go back over here. That was my Be Right Back. I made this one. I'm very excited about my transitions, my stingers. Yeah, OBS is good. The closed captionings are happening right now. everything like that, which is great. So yeah. Twitch announced that they'll still have ads. Yeah, they'll do picture. It's not even picture in picture. It's picture by picture, I think. Yeah, so which is very cool. Yeah, everything's going super good. OBS is running like a pro. I'm used to it. I got the stream info, got the chat, very similar. And then I'm also using Streamlabs stream labels for all the stuff up there. So, which is cool, up over there. So it's just, I run that now. So it's still got some Streamlabs everywhere and the overlays and all that stuff. But it's fun to reset up. I threw away everything and started from scratch, new layouts, new resolutions, all that stuff. So you got to get that closed captioning set up. Get it set up. It's awesome. Whether you're using Guzman's or you're using the OBS one, get that stuff set up. So what we're doing today, I posted it over here, is we are doing the Xamarin Azure Challenge. Some people might be doing it at home with me. Who knows? But we've been doing it. We're just getting ready to deploy an Azure function. And Honeypop has some amazing questions. It blew my mind because I remember asking the same questions to a lot of people when I was first getting started. So it's great to get these types of questions. So Honeypop was asking, like, why am I creating an app service? And you know, is that going to have extra costs with an Azure function? I thought the idea of Azure functions is that you're paying near 0.00000 pennies, right? So yeah, so I'm pretty stoked on it, and we have two plans, right? So we are deploying into an app service, but we're not creating an app service plan, and that's important. We're creating a consumption plan, so it is on demand, and those are cold starts, whereas Premium will give you a warm start, but that's going to be a little bit more expensive because it's similar to an app service plan. But since it's running an app service, you get to take advantage of all the infrastructure and the variables and all that stuff in there. So far we've set this up. We've created a brand new resource group, East US. We have a new Azure storage account. That is just, you need that in correlation with an Azure function. It's great because your Azure function can talk directly to that Azure storage account. You have table API stuff in there too. It basically costs nothing. If you're not using it, then it costs nothing. So that's good. And we're just going to create this. See if that goes off and does the thing. Luce is here. Welcome, Luce. Luce has been editing all my terrible blog posts that I've been doing. Oh, it's awesome. You got a capture card. Yes, that's great. Very, very cool. That's what I'm using right now. So streaming on my main computer, which randomly freezes sometimes when I stream, and then I have my Surface Book over here. It's gonna be a little bit more complicated setup, but I think it's a better situation. Does Azure Functions have A to Z? I don't know what that means. Availability zones. Yeah. So Azure Functions, they're all the regions. So they're all the regions, same thing. So if I did Azure Functions, there we go. So yeah, there are all these different availability zones. Yeah, all that stuff you can deploy into. I think that's what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I can ask further. But see, yeah, you actually have these three plans, right? So there's like consumption, premium, and then there's the Azure App Service plan. Oh, actually, this is a new one. This is the pre-warm workers. Oh, and this is like, you know, long-running process. So there's three plans, actually. I didn't actually know about this new one. How much are these pricing? Okay, execution time, 0.0000000. Like, it doesn't, basically. Okay, let's see if this deployed. Fault over tolerance. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Pretty sure it does. We can take a look at it in the thing. Where's my output? It is no longer September. Oh no, Nightbot. Classic Nightbot. Always telling us about September. Was September. Bot yelling at us. I'm gonna say it says it's deploying. Wish it told you what it was doing. It's deploying. Step 1. It does somewhere. Let's see. It says deploying step 1. That's what it says. It says stand by while Visual Studio creates our function resource. Good. All right. Cool. In Visual Studio, select view output. Publish one succeeded. I must be spinning up some oh, there it goes. Better than out. Boom. They are like, ugh. Cool. All right, here we go. So what did that create for us? It created a Azure function. Give me a URL to go to. It's in release configuration, password. And then here it is the dependencies that I created. If I do view output is what it said. Make sure it did it. Said, oh, then it says click publish. I'm not following these directions at all. Like that. Publish. Boom. And then what we can do is we can go into our portal, which I should be in. Double check. Make sure I'm in the right portal here. Yeah. Resource groups. Portal v28. There it is. Xamarin, Azure, challenge. Wow, 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 wow. Here we go. I think it's Hacktober, right? It's like everyone's Hacktobering. I'd imagine we did that last year. Uh-oh. Publishing has occurred. Publishing failed. Duplicate compile items. Oh, you know why? It's because I literally just messed this. Very strange because see, this is why I don't like. Please hold. Convert to .NET. Easy as 1, 2, 3, 4. Better than. Open this. Here. I think what it did, it didn't display this. Anyways, I don't like share project anymore over them. Add. Right, and I'm gonna do a pull request. That's how I do it. Bam. Fail. It was my fault that it failed. It was that's a James Montemagno error. James Montemagno error. We'll remove that. Add back a reference. Project. Shared code. We're also gonna need to that. Good. James just telling it how it shared project. Good. October. Discuss on your stream on Monday. Oh, cool. Like that. Hey, Steven, how's it going, buddy? Oh, I didn't even have a Hacktober shirt. A Hacktober t-shirt. I like the portal. I don't know. It's okay. Portal. I try not to. I'm not even in the portal all that much. So I think you were asking about there's like backups over here, and I think that is not on the consumption plan. It's backup, but failover I think is different. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. I'm not an expert. I gotta ask. Yeah, I think if you put on an app service and you have all the scale up other things, but I'd imagine that I don't know about the other stuff, Honey Pop. I'd have to ask about that. I'd imagine that it does, but I'm not positive. Last day of holiday. Oh no. So let's do this first. We're gonna go in. We're just gonna make some commits because, like, as we're going, I want to make these commits. So we're gonna say update. Make sure that this didn't add any stuff in. Did add that. Good. Did add that. Okay. We're gonna say updated shared project to .NET standard. Why not? There we go. We're just gonna commit that in my Mott's branch. Boom. We're gonna make this better. Cool. Did you have a good vacation, Steven? Did you do anything? Did you go anywhere? I need to know. We're gonna publish this function now. Publish. Somehow missed Aspect 112. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that coming in. I missed that up there. Good thing I have that little notification up there. Thank you so much for the follow. So our function should end up living my overview page. Publishes. We'll see if it goes. Boop. Succeeded. Ah, I'm in Portugal as we speak, flying back tomorrow. Nice. It is 170. Yeah, we need lightning talk topics. So if you got them, let me know. You try out mi.net. Oh, ml.net. I've not yet. I'm gonna do ml.net, I think, next week to take all of Hanselman's tweets and then do sentiment analysis on them. And like do like charting and stuff. That'd be fun. Let's see here. So we got this thing. If everything is working correct, then this function should be up here. Let's see. It is upset about like specific versions of Newtonsoft.json. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's the other thing we wanted to do too, is we wanted to do a Hanselman or not. You should do that for this Hanselman or not photo, which is cool. I was thinking about using customvision.ai though, because it kind of does it, but there's also another API out there though that maybe we'll investigate next week or the week after, which is it custom vision? There's another one that like does other stuff. Yeah, ml.net is free. That's correct. That is correct. It's a good point. But then you got to create your own models. I don't know. That's a good point. All right, so we got our function. That's cool. All right, let's see what else we got to do. The output, we succeeded. All right, Visual Studio for Mac, already did it. That's good, 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 good. Skip, 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 skip. You can do this from your Mac too. So there's Visual Studio for Mac instructions. Adds Azure, tells you what you're doing. Up, 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 up. You do it from the CLI. That's cool too. All right, configure Azure function. Add submission URL to environment variables. Ooh, yes. So here, yeah, so here's what's going on is if we run this locally, we have this local setting, which is our API host, which I'm assuming is what we need. I don't know. Let's see what he says. He says that we're going to need to go into our function, which we've done. Then you go into manage. I already know where this is at, but see there is function keys. Add a new function key, which is cool. And then configuration. Oh no, it's application. I did it wrong. Discard. configuration. I think you do it in that one too. I think you can do it in that one. But this would be for like the entire app. This is an app setting. Okay. So we're going to create an app setting. And we're going to call it endpoint. Oh, it's different. Put that in there. Value store. Hit OK. Hit save. So now our endpoint is right here. All right. Did it. Okay. Save. Did it. Did it update? Updating. Close out of it. What it says. Enable access control. Oh, this is interesting. What is this? To ensure valid submission, the Azure function will verify your Azure subscription ID. What it does. Using manage identity and access control. Let's enable both. All right, let's do it. Platform featured. Boop. I assume that's under identity. That was a good guess. Did not know. In the identity window, in the system assigned tab, turn it on. So I'm assuming that what this is telling me is that a system assigned managed identity enables Azure resources to authenticate to cloud services without storing credentials in code. Once enabled, all necessary permissions can be granted via Azure role-based access control. The lifecycle of this type of managed identity is tied to the lifecycle of the resource. Okay, that's kind of... Let's turn it on. I like this one big toggle. Done. Will be registered with Azure Active Directory. Once it's registered, you'll be granted permission to access resources protected by Azure AD. Sounds good. Do it. Consumption, because you're eating stuff. You're consuming resources. Yeah. Yeah, I think that custom vision is like a lot, so like it should be just fine. And also, you could then do it in a function. Like I'm gonna do the tweet. I'll use tweets with the ml.net and deploy that in a function, I think. But I think I'm gonna like run it every so often. But I want to do like a chart. I think that'd be kind of fun. It enabled. What did it? All right, we need access control. This is also going to be in platform. A lot of things happening. Sign, add role management. What does this say? Didn't quite explain why I'm going into IIM, but okay. Add role assignment. Add role assignment. I've done this before, so you want other people to access your stuff. Right hand. Add role assignment. Owner. Assign access. Azure AD user group service principal. Oh, select. Oh. So I'm adding, that's kind of cool. So I'm adding on the Azure App Service as a owner of itself, of the resource. Yeah. If you need to use, oh, so you guys are just chatting. You guys are chatting about stuff. I like that. All right, cool. So we added that. Good. Oop, oh, it actually tells you exactly what to do. That's good. Hit save in the right hand. Add save. Done. Did it. All right. So now I think what we're going to do is we're going to grab the Azure function URL. Exactly what we're going to do. We're going to submit. Boop. Okay, cool. Cool. So we did that. Did this. We're good. Blah, blah, blah. Ava says, any inside info on the swag we get from the Carousel View Challenge? Yes. Show this off because Steven's here. We got, basically we're going to send out some Xamarin monkeys. I got 10 of those randomly selected. And then also everyone's going to get like 2 different Xamarin stickers. That's what I'm going to send to everybody. Stickers are really easy because it's going to be the Xamarin with the white t-shirt, which is newer this year, newer t-shirt model, with the Xamagon and the Xamarin, which is cool. And then you're going to get the Xamarin sticker and that. The reason that we do the stickers is because international shipping is a lot easier in general to do. And if you do pins, they'll get sent back because they're too thick. Also, it'll cost like $15 to send a pin. But we'll send monkeys out. Like this poor monkey to send international is about $16, but we'll put some stickers and stuff. Kind of crazy. And then eventually, maybe for November, I don't know when we're going to do it, Steven, but we do have these really awesome snippets, stickers that we're going to send out. Got those made. It's cool. For snippets. Beautiful Xamarin Forms designs. Very excited about that. They're transparent. They're see-through. Very excited about that. Let's get this function URL. We're super sidetracked today, but that's okay. We're going to copy it. It says that we're going to put it into user data view model. Okay, you can close all these. Error. Have you ever used this error thing? Hashtag error. Found here error. Crazy. So it won't let you compile if you put that in there. It's good for stuff like this. They're privates. I don't know why you just that there. Why not put this stuff? Like, let's just get rid of some of this gobbledygook, right? Like, interesting. Why he went with that? I think you just get rid of this gobbledygook here. That busy is busy there. No, for that. Oh, submit command. All right, never mind. I see. So in here we have privacy state. Put that as my startup. Client holder, intro. Well. Huh. Interesting here. I'm just gonna run it and see what happens. I'm gonna create a new device. Does this one have Google Play? No, it doesn't. That one does. Oop. How did I hit? Wouldn't it be great if VS allowed you to open multiple output windows simultaneous? I don't know if I'd ever need that. I don't know what you mean by that. So this is so I would say here that it would only really display an invalid alert. And to this is actually deprecated. Always be used. Valid field. So my problem here is that what if you don't fill out multiple? It's only telling you one. So oh my goodness, so many questions. So one would assume like I could do like a string builder var builder equal new string builder. So this is gonna, I'm not even looking at the code. I'm just gonna validate this stuff, right? So you could do build, I'll call it a builder dot append line, right? And then just do this. Then append gobbledygook, because you don't want to like every single time just like tell me all the errors, right? Just tell me all the errors. Then you can say if builder dot bam. I think that's what it is, right? You don't unlock that. Oh, Dad, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, I will thank him next time I see you. Yeah, he threw out a random gift sub early on, which is cool. No, I'm definitely think about it. I missed out here. Feel free to contribute. What happened? I never heard of snippets before. Steven, can you post a link? I think it's... I think you'd always actually do it. Yes, I know, and I think he wanted to not pull in a bunch of other libraries into this, but I mean, which makes some sense. The first two can be OR'd. Oh, so this should be an else if. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's true. The VOD will help out, and it'll be closed caption. Ah. Cool. Okay, so we'll do this. So validate this, validate that. Let's running fast. Let's also manage NuGet packages. I'm going to do snippets.dev. always be using those previews, I say. Good. Valid fields. Right. Oh, somebody's at the door. Very long dinging. That's very inappropriate of them. I don't know if you can actually hear it on the stream because it limits it, but UPS. So submit. It checks if all fields are valid. And then it serializes this submitted user, sends it off to the backend. Easy. Else we get an on submission failed. What is that? Oh. Remove all device dots. That's my that's my jam. So we're taking this and then we're just having James have a field day on it, changing stuff. Oh. We can also get rid of that. Threading. A little bit much to wrap every single command in it, in my personal opinion. I can understand he's really trying to be super duper here. What kind of bribe would it take you to turn into dark mode? So here's the thing is I use the extra blue contrast, and extra contrast I'm assuming is for accessibility, and dark theme I'm not positive. I want in general. Usually a light theme is easier to read for viewers. I'm a light theme person. I code at home this way. But I actually do need to talk to someone who uses Visual Studio that's maybe low visibility to understand if light theme or dark theme is better for them. Or maybe people that can't see colors, or colorblind, for instance. I would actually like to better understand that space. The reason I put the high contrast mode on is because usually high contrast of windows is there. Dark theme at night, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Like if you're right now, if you're just like at home and it's at night where you're at, it might just be like in your face hole. But yeah, I think even in my Android phone, I actually turn into dark mode. Not right now. Yeah, dark theme, but like none of the apps actually really support it, so that. Oh. Came out? No. Alright, what did we do? What's that try? Oh, I gotta do a clean here. When I updated Xamarin, clean. Do a read. MI2. Window. Hope not. The other thing. Dark theme makes me sleepy. Yeah, I mean, I use dark theme not that often, but yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is there's only a light and dark theme inside of. Oh, this might be too. Correct. You would need. That's my thought. Now, I cannot be 100% sure that's like an accurate statement that I'm giving you, though. That's just my thought. Chicken wang. Definitely need some more coffee. Coffee. It does sound good. I mean, that's my thought process in general around it. Correct. We'll do. I used to have it like where you would donate bits and then you could pick your theme that you wanted in code, VS Code, because there's so many themes. But there's now like a theme manager or something for Visual Studio. Not 100% positive. So my other thought here is that there's a possibility in which this source code repo is too deep for Windows. They did say to put in C/whatever, but if that's a dark theme is tied to some professionalism. Seems just case. You can override that path length limitation somehow. I am not sure how, though. Someone, I think, linked an article to me at one time. I think this is it, but I think it would give me a different error. Maybe just I shouldn't have updated Xamarin Forms. The latest preview. Really? No. Oh. I don't know. Dark theme, I've never been a dark theme coder, so. Unless it's the default. Like when I boot up code, right? Over here. Like the default is dark theme. So like I leave it as the default. You know? I don't know why that is. I just do. And then like forever the light theme has been the default in Visual Studio. And I just always have gone with it. Always. So I mean, and this is the high contrast. Like the other ones, if, like there is actually a blue is actually like the default, right? It's like been the default. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm probably upsetting Visual Studio heavily while it compiles. Does that work? Oh, now it compiles. What's funny? Oh, this is light theme. Like this is actually light theme, and that's a little bit in my face. Blue theme here should be. So that's that. That work? I think blue extra contrast. I think it's like something in like the code maybe. I'm not sure exactly where the extra contrast is, but it's there. And then dark mode obviously is like dark. There we go. Ah, so dark. Doesn't even look like Visual Studio to me. Nope, I'm gonna double check this. So there's the blue. The difference between the I'm gonna have to validate that. Maybe they changed something. I mean, maybe blue and extra contrast, but this is definitely like what it looks like. Anyways, now that we've wasted all this time, let me try to deploy this thing. Good. I did have to delete some file disk. There is a way to make your own color theme. I should do it. I don't know if I should match my this. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Netflix player into VS that only plays while you're building a solution. That's pretty good. I like that. Oh, let's see. Default. My new rapper name. Phil Powers. I like that. Okay, cool. Oh, boom. Oh, that's a nice little page. How do you make that page? Is that a graphic? Is that a graphic? A graphic. I don't love that. Did we make this page? Home page. I bet it's a graphic. Yeah, it's a graphic here. Okay. Not the most optimized gradient. It's called background image.png with a capital I. Where is it? It's in XHDPI. It's not in anything else. It's not going to show up in other things. So really what this should be, so a few things can happen. So if we were to look at this, what could I just add? New folder. So there's a drawable folder. Now, if you were to put it into drawable, or back arrow. Oh. Thank you, Luce. Oh gosh. Oh no. This is why you use a different computer to stream, by the way. Okay, there we go. Oh, this is definitely high contrast mode. Go back, run away. Oh no, so it high contrast. It's now in high contrast mode. What does this look like? It looks like an Android emulator. Oh, there's high contrast. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff. Amazing. That's great.
I don't know anything about Docker. I don't know the difference between an image and a container. I don't know when I use a Docker file or when I use a compose file. This is enough to scare me to go update my LinkedIn profile and look for another job.
What have we done? Okay, so we're back. All right, we're back. Someone, Chicken really wanted me to use my turn. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so here's a few things I want to point out here. Is he had only added a single background image here. So really what you want to do, there's two options. The first thing that we want to do is we want to validate how big is that thing. So it's an XHDPI, which is here, and that's a meg image. Which is very large. So we're actually loading an entire meg image up just to do this, and that's not good. So we could pragmatically create it, but we would need a third-party library, and I don't want to bring that in just for this. It would be optimized though. So ideally, what we would do here. Hexagon. What's that hexagon? I mean, it's very pretty. Oh, that's very small, but that's okay. All different lines. I think this is going to create a I think it's going to give borders on the left and right. Not positive. But it's also going to look bad on tablet. Yeah, see how it's like. That's okay. Okay, so we're gonna export this. And what we're gonna do is do extract all. And again, we're gonna optimize here. And we're gonna rename this. So I just want to keep the same names that we have here. And also in his iOS project, my assumption is that there's just one big image background. Yeah. So, so now at least even inside of XX HDPI, this image is a lot smaller. I mean, we made it big, but it's pretty big in general. Let's edit. And we're just doing this. We're for the greater gooding here. We're improving. We're finding out all sorts of things. You see the 2 pixel difference. Again, I would not necessarily create with like to save. Yeah, hello. Share this photo. I don't want to share that photo. Okay, so let's go into here. It's actually pretty cool. You can just edit, crop and edit it right here. Now, I would also probably do like a landscape one too, but I'm like, an Azure book. Compression is real. Yeah, that's why. Oop, let's paint through. Not what I wanted. That's what happens when it's in a gradient. Let's edit with photos. Create a new video. I like that. Oh. Did it? All right, cool. Now the other thing we could have done is we could have took that 1 meg image and we could have put it into the drawables folder, and then at build time, Android would have automatically done a bunch of that for us. But we don't want to really do that because that's extra stuff. Why are you doing a crop? Isn't it already cropped? It's not already cropped because this actually puts it in a whole frame there. See, there's borders on it. So now if I was to open this and did crop, not gonna be there. Because the tool doesn't do it. So one last one. Yep. cat puppy? Cool. All right, so then what we can do here and go into our Android app. And so he also did this for this hexagon. So the hexagon, we're just gonna cheat and just put in here. That's what he did. Put in the drawable. What we can also do is we could also do drawable rename no DPI, and then that won't actually change it at all. So then what we can do is we can go here and that image, all these files, drag them in here. I'm gonna merge those all together. Cool. And then we're just gonna rename these because better name. Image. I also don't like it's like Azure icon. Oh, it's two things, multiple. One more here. Now the other thing we can do here is if I go into my iOS project, lift this up, then let's go into our resources, and we are going to so we're going to do rename and then we're going to delete this from oops. Well, this is my favorite jam on. So do background image at 3x. Background image. I think there's a tool that can help me do this too, but I do old school sometimes. Hey Neo, how's it going, buddy? Oh, thanks for being a fan. I appreciate that. So let's look at the properties here. So we're gonna go. Actually, you know what we can do is we can edit this here. Then we're gonna go resize, and we'll do percentage 66. Damn, save it. Then here we'll do edit. My favorite is that there is a resize per 33 save. Cool. And then we'll take these three, paste it here. Cool. Beautiful. Now this should work. So I just wanted to make sure that we get like some nicer images. I should do the hexagon. It seems a little bit complicated to do, but we're gonna at least do the background image. That's a big image. The hexagon at least is a. We're gonna no DPI. That would be good. All right. Set permission. This background image, absolute layout. Source. I usually just put it in a grid. Like I would put in this, I would put a grid in a grid and then put the background inside the grid. But I don't know if that actually makes a difference or what's more optimized. Like instead of having this absolute layout here, I would just shove it in a grid. Are you on the C# Discord? I don't think I am on the C# Discord. I probably should be. I don't know what MF Doom is. So let's look here. So there's a start button. What is this start? So that's an image. No, it's not an image. I was gonna say the button doesn't really have an effect on it though. So there's terms and conditions. Opens a browser. This is not Google Play service, so it has just like a normal browser. Good, didn't break that. Looks good. Hit start. Start. Oh. Okay, so here is this form. See, I think everybody that we should change this. All right. So the grid is a lot better because I do a lot more measuring. Shh, don't tell anybody. That's what I do. I don't know why. That's what I do too. I do a grid. Actually, let's just put that back. So I wanted to do one thing here. I wanted to we're gonna make this pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do manage NuGet packages. Shh, don't tell. We're gonna go in and we're gonna install, Xamarin.forms.visual. Okay, and we're just gonna go ahead and add that into our apps here. Visual, install that, and good. Now what we're gonna do is to our main activity. Gotta read the docs on it. After. Down here for iOS. Grid is better, I think, too. Let us build this up. Absolute has a lot of measuring to do. I think it does too. I think you're right. That's my assumption, but I have to ask the Xamarin Forms team. They probably know best. I'm just not a fan of absolute layout because, I mean, I like absolute layout that it exists when you need to do absolute layout things. But then I was like, I don't know what these properties are. I don't know what they're doing. Like, shove it in a grid. Just shove it in a grid. Whoa. That's what I do. So. Take a wing. Run the latest beta of Xamarin Forms. Should you be running the latest beta of Xamarin Essentials? I don't think we have a latest beta. We're just on 1.3.1. So that's the latest. We've already synced. We synchronize this Android support libraries at the same time as these. Now I installed that, so it's probably mad at me. Let's clean. Something with this new package is really doing something that really wants access system. If I'm part of that, I'll definitely report that whenever I add that package. So they're very independent. So yeah, you don't really, whatever Xamarin Forms is, you can use a completely different version of Xamarin Essentials. But the difference is that we did synchronize the versions of the support libraries we use. And the only difference between 1.3.0 and 1.3.1 is that. And that just makes it easier to install in general for people. Charge my phone. Yeah.
Nothing is impossible.
Yeah, ask me a question. What's my opinion of Flutter? People ask me all the time. I should really just, someone should clip it. It's more of my, everyone asks me very similar questions. What's my opinion of React Native? What's my opinion of Cordova? What's my opinion of Flutter? What's my opinion of native development? To me, I think that Flutter is interesting. That's what I've kind of said on many podcasts. I think it's really early to see what Google's plans and ideas of it are. I think it fits a use case in certain instances. If, like, I guess in like the sample they showed where they wanted like the same exact pixel by pixel design across all the different platforms that they're attempting to target is there. And there's definitely some people that we've interviewed that want exactly that, but not everybody. To me, I of course like the Xamarin ecosystem because we've been around forever. You're part of .NET when you're part of Xamarin. We're building with Xamarin, so you can take advantage of all of the Xamarin goodness. Here I'm literally building an Azure Function backend and my mobile applications. I could build a website, everything right from Visual Studio. I enjoy the development part of it like that. I think that the Xamarin Forms toolkit is growing, which I like a lot, which is very, very good. And there's an amazing ecosystem around it. I guess I don't know like long term what exactly they're looking out of it. I also am an IDE individual. I really like my IDE. I like my I'm debugging now. I like warm fuzzy feeling. Hold on.
But unlike Chris, I'm not a command line guy. I love that warm, fuzzy feeling of my IDE.
I guess that's my answer, just in general. James Montemano, he's an okay person. He's like, all right, he does his best. Let's change this as a grid. James Montemano, he's an interesting one. Suffers from depression and psoriatic arthritis, and all sorts of stuff. Very happily married. Best thing I ever did in my life. Pretty all right person. Let's save this thing. I don't have hot reload on. Who am I? What am I doing in life? I don't understand. How did I not have it on? Oh, we've been using the preview forever. Duh, James. Duh. I updated everything though. Yeah, I guess I'm also not a Dart person either. So like I've been around C#, things like that. I guess with Xamarin, like you have the possibility of using Skia, hand drawing stuff, but using the native controls. The biggest part of Xamarin that I've always loved, right, is that it's the only platform that enables you to access the native APIs from C#, and also we deliver a cross-platform API too to developers. So unlike, you know, what we're saying is going back and forth between Java, Objective-C, or Swift, you get everything inside the box, you know. Cool, now it works with a grid, so that's really good. I like that. Cool. The other thing I wanted to test is I wanted to really test this button. And see what it looks like when it's a material button. Push it. Oh, do I have a weird version of it installed? It's definitely not 6. Do I have hold on. Why do I have all my random? I have so many random. I think I broke this last week. That's what happened. Pretty sure that I broke stuff I had installed. What do I have over here in the preview? Oh, what do I have installed? I don't know if that's 100% correct. Take a look at the Flutter repository. I think that they got some stuff there. And also you got to realize that there's like Xamarin, and then there's like the Xamarin Forms UI aspect on top of it, and those are two very different things in general. So. completely messed up my computer. You need to probably do a full like install of this. I use this computer. I use one of my computers for that. Yeah, I'd like to know what you like more or like less. Too. Xiao, just in general, I'd be super interested in knowing. See, this one has like a weird version install, but let me see if the hot reload works. Annual OS re. No, I just need to do a restore on Visual Studio, because I think because it's hard because I work. Obviously, it's not hard because I work at Microsoft. It's hard because I'm testing out all these crazy new features, and then sometimes I forget to like uninstall them and then reinstall them, or like I don't have them installed. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Like, do I have the right thing installed? I'm so confused. So I think that's probably what I'm at. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Aspect. No, it's kind of spelled really cool. Yeah, I think the interesting part of any new framework, right, is like, how's that going to scale 5 years from now or 10 years from now, right? Like, we have companies and enterprise that have been building with Xamarin for a decade, and they need that stability and long-term support. We've been around for like ever, so. It is always intriguing to watch different platforms, see how they do stuff, see what people like, see what people don't like. But we're learning from that, and I think it's one thing that the team has been really good about. Has definitely been that. Tooling stability. Yeah, it's always hard with so many different setups. I'm always intrigued to be like, oh, I'm curious if like if other platforms run the same issue. Like I see like React Native, like when people are using that, like there's all these issues, right? And there's this, and then there's breaking changes, there's this and that. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, the world of development, nothing is perfect. That's definitely. Thanks, Liz. Yeah, I've been doing it for 8 years, so I love it. What can I say? What can I say? Now we'll see if, for instance, we're here. Yeah, it's like, I guess, yeah, I mean, the one thing I've always said, like, I really tell like a lot of the other individuals on the team is like, I really like all the built-in controls, right? Like the in the box controls of Flutter. Like, they did a good job with that, I would say. And the team has really been addressing that, right? We have a new refresh view, collection view, carousel view, checkbox, and a bunch more. And there's also the whole ecosystem too. The Xamarin Forms has background services. Oh, you could use something like Shiny, which has a cross-platform API. Xamarin Forms is just a UI framework. That's all, more than anything. You could use. I use this in my Hanselman Forms app to do background refresh. Very good, amazing. Cross-platform library. Yeah. Tiny. It is easy to use, yeah. Alan Ritchie did a great job. That's true. Yeah, and then I think that's the other part too, is I think even in the world of a Flutter or React Native or any mobile development, you need to learn the platforms. Like, no matter how good the cross-platform UI part of it is, you know what I mean? You're just gonna have to. This most likely broke our machine. Oh, is it actually? Damn. This is my build where I have our hot restart. So load iOS. Early bits. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is it's like when you're building with Xamarin, you're building with .NET. So I'm getting some spikes in my internet. So if I go ups and down a little. Have I messed with Blazor yet? Yeah, I've taken a look at Blazor. I'm not a web developer though, so there's that. Over here. What happens when you're on ridiculous builds? Maybe don't be on ridiculous builds, James. Go back to stable and maybe it'll. It is hilarious. People do enjoy watching James do web development. Just funny. Thanks. Thank you. I do my best. I had this. I just use this machine. I was using. Swift UI. No, we don't have support for Swift UI yet. We'd have to create a binding for it, so still storyboards and like that. But for a long time, you've been able to build, like, there's a lot of libraries that help you kind of get that type of stuff, but no, we don't have support for that yet. Does that scare me? No, because let me tell you how much I use UIKit. None. Well, no, I mean, I use UIKit and someone asked me, they said, do you use storyboard? I say no, because storyboards are pretty terrible. I hate them. I always have. I've always built every single Xamarin iOS app I've ever built with coded UI, real production applications, or Xamarin Forms. So there's that. And Swift UI under the hood is using UIKit. So the fundamentals of it is there. The question is, would Apple ever abandon storyboards? And the answer is probably not, and it wouldn't be for a long time. I use XAML. I've just been a XAML person in general. I don't believe so. Don't quote me. I don't know the underlying architecture, but I'm pretty sure that that's what it's using. It's not like a whole new UI stack, but I could be wrong. Miguel would probably know better, actually, or the iOS team would know better than. I could be wrong though. The cons and pros of XAML versus coded UI. It's a preference. The data binding is easier. There's some really nice libraries, like Ryan Davis has done some. There's some like coded UI, like helper libraries in general. Hot Reload, if I could get it working on my machine, because it's in a busted state right now, allows you to do that, and that works basically. Sign your switch. I could sign your switch if you really want me to, but then your switch is gonna have zero. Your resave value will be 0. Don't quote me. Yeah, it's imperative versus declarative, basically. Like some things like rows and columns are easier in XAML, in my personal opinion, but it's like I also just like it better, so I could be wrong, but what are we waiting on? There we go. Oh, you know what? Like one more thing here that he didn't. Yeah, that's right. You could also turn on this. There you go. Write custom controls using code, but use your views in XAML. Yeah, you can mix and match. It's your day, really, at the end of the day. So. I've done that before. I've created some coded UI ones before. Like, pretty easy. Alright, let's try this again here. This is good work. Frank's handwriting is beautiful. I'm not gracious like Frank. Frank is a elegant developer. Great handwriting. Maybe that's true. I don't see it flat. Wah, wah. I don't think so. I mean the native part underneath the hood is the important part of Xamarin, so you couldn't really abandon that part because all the underlying infrastructure is there, so you know what I mean. Oh, I know why this doesn't work. I don't think it works because this base content page, is that right? That's why. So this work. It doesn't. I think it's like the newer version. So what happens if I just curious. Oh, yep. What I mean is finding contact. What? Oh. Games. Content page. Results page. So we need a new. Just cleaning stuff up because I want to, I guess. Commercial class. What do I mean? I need a. I think the other thing too is what's really important to the team is that you also have the ability to interesting way of doing it, but like it's creating the view model here anyway. You could do D. Right here. Sorry, I'm just like, why is this? Why is everything different? Just James being. Oh. Let's see. Making everything very James compatible. That's what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. Lots of questions. I think that it's a beautiful abstraction layer, but there's tons of hard work that the team does to really enable really complex situations. Like if you look at the collection view and the things built on top of it, and there's a lot of extensions on top of it. I mean, there's the data binding, there's the layout management system that it does 100% by itself. There's like the visual components, there's extensions, there's like all sorts of amazing stuff, navigation. That's like really a lot more than that in general. So I think it's there. Honeypop was asking about hybrid apps, or I think you were talking about. Yeah, hybrid apps are interesting too. I mean, it's kind of, you pick the best thing that's gonna be best for you and your company, I guess, at the end of the day. Heyo, that's a red background. This would be user data page. Let's get rid of this. See if this works now. Or it's like, or I really broke. I think I actually really broke my hot reload. That's what I really. Yeah, because there's this warning. They did break it. Wah, wah, wah. That stinks. That stinks. I wonder if we just get rid of like a bunch of stuff. Full name. phone? The phone number. So we're gonna remove like these. Oop. Remove them? I don't actually know if I did. Did it. And then here we'll do like 2, 3, 4. Those are so many. There's a lot of auto rows. I don't know why. It's supposed to be like 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that'd be 5. 6. Loose ass. How do I get over my jet lag? I don't know. I haven't really gotten too much jet lag, to be honest with you. I've been pretty lucky. I've been pretty lucky over the years of my travel to not really have too much jet lag. Usually depends on like the sleep stuff, my sleep cycles that I'm going on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I just sleep until really late in the afternoon. So it all kind of depends, I guess, in general, what I'm doing. And some. Drink a lot of coffee. That looks really bad. There's all these themes and styles on them. Ah. Thought my hot reload would work. Why the... Put a little checkbox in there. Do you regret not finishing the challenge? No, I refuse to finish this challenge until I'm ready. Ready. I also think you should just do something like this, right? Like here's my. I'm a little bit upset that that my hot reload isn't working. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's something else. And I also want to put this. in the bottom. Like that should really just be like an top of it. So like really this should be id dot rip. I put a circle indicator over it. What are the heights here really? Because it's the Does the app work in landscape? Probably does. If it was me, I would have limited it not to. Yep. Could work. I would limit it not to though. Row span. Yeah. So it's gonna fill the entire screen. You don't need landscape mode. Suck out. Unless you're doing a tablet app and then you'd want work. That's because this is fine. Why the text? I would do. I don't know why these are. That's cutting off. Seems very strange. Seems very strange. Oh, because it has this. Wow, I definitely must have deleted the wrong thing. Oh, entry title style. I see. All these titles. So really, what we want is like light. And then definitely just delete it. Let's go into our I think here for checkbox we could do like we had this title entry. I deleted a bunch of it. So also like these are bad, like these fonts in general. So like I would really put like a large, like a medium. They're not going to scale correctly. Just in general, probably. Put up the preview. Let's do it. Should work. Checkbox. No, so the background would be like the background of the control. You know what I mean? then like this entry, we could do text color white. Oh. Like a very, very public. It is. It very much is. I mean, no shade, but I'm getting sorts of shade up in here. So for anything that's like a lot of styles I like. Why that's so it'll give me the swishy UI. I like that. I think that inside of this wired that here it's really cramped. Then what I would really do, I hate to say it, I would really do something like this. Really end up doing a maybe I'd do like a, then what I would do here, would put these all in a layout. Right, and then what I would do, and then put visual on this, and then that should apply the visual to like all of them. Kind of my thinking right now. It'd be like a grid dot row span 2 maybe. Column span. Then grid row. Then what you could do for the entries, you could do like a then for the entry. There we go. A little bit, slowly but surely. And then here, there seems to be a line. Yeah. a line here. So we could do here, we could do n equal 0.60. Oh, the Microsoft privacy app gestures here. This go sure. Sort of feels it. That's why I don't put margins in random thing. Opinion, because then I'm like, it's got to be in here for me to see. And how many roses? Would I just put it all in a stack? Maybe I'll do that. Why do we even have a grid? Because there's 2 rows, I guess. I'm gonna delete too many rows. I don't like any of them. I'm gonna do a stack lane. So then what we can do though, checkboxes. What we want to do here is we're just going to do a grid here, and then we're just going to do grid dot row definitions. These will be a height auto. Okay, and then we'll also do a grid dot column definitions. I'll do 2 column definitions. And kind of like he did like a width and then a column definition of width auto here. And then what we can do is we can place these all in here. There we go. And so now what we're going to end up doing here is so now we're going to do grid.row equals 1. Oh. 1. In fact, we're going to I just think that looks better. It's like lined up. Just lined up. Kind of my feeling. Then submits on the bottom. Then what I would really do is I would end up doing something like this. I would end up doing right? And then now we have like this privacy policy in that thing. I don't really know if that looks good or not, but stuff and it's just easier to comprehend. I don't know if I love my little thingy in here, but I think also we should put like this deserves to in this stack. You know what I mean? It just deserves to be. And also deserve give the button a white border. Ooh, I like that. As a board or background color. Oh, I see. I don't know. I'm gonna show it looking at my Mac's it look exactly the same. I just don't have my Mac open right now. I would really put like icons in there too, probably if I had time. But here, what we do is buttons. We could do grid margin. I am using the new material stuff, so I am using material on these entries. Purpose. Okay. David's favorite color. All right, let's do it. These are 0, 0, 4 zeros. It looks pretty good. Oh, there you go. I put my mouth. Well, let me text Frank here. At some point. Ooh. Launch. Oh yeah. Is the material the material challenge not going anymore? It's that was a while ago. We're doing the Azure challenge, which I've clearly not done yet. So now we get the little swishy UI, which is cool. Does fill a little bit more space than I would like. I don't really want this to happen. Do you really want this scroll view not to have any? You'd have adding. Values of and I think for the Microsoft policy, like I think we can make those privacy. That's a hyperlink style. Try the best. I like that. A bit nicer. Xamarin Forms. Xamarin Essential is my cross-platform native UI framework. I'm not really sure why it looks a little bit better here and not on this trend, but maybe I'll just do. Form you got to fill out. You hit accept here. Submit. And now we're in our string builder, so we tested this out. Okay, so let's see if it works. Oh, name cannot be blank. Email cannot be blank. Phone cannot be blank. No. I wonder if this has to be the same email from that's down there. So that needs to be in an overlay. So in fact, what we could do is boop. Alright, so I definitely need to change that page. Challenge completed. Getting there. Just submitted it, but I don't actually know if it went through. Shouldn't have actually submitted it yet. So we want to go into our results page. Then, sorry, our background. There we go. This, yeah, like you might as well have the background on all of them, although you might as well use a gradient. Just go into our user page, and then what we can do here is this activity indicator is in here, but we really want to put it inside the grid. Here we'll say perfect. Cool, I like that. It can be a different email. Just got my confirmation. Nice. Check and see if I got mine. Are you doing this at home right now, Aiden? Did anyone do this while we were actually doing this live together? Because if so, that would be amazing. You have also lost the source code link. But where's that at? Oh, that's nice. Awesome. Was there some source code link that it was in here? I sort of stopped following along. I just started doing this, and there's the page. That was it. That's cool you did it along. That's rad. Nice. It was pretty easy to deploy in the back end, doing this stuff. But now I'm just like, I just want to tweak the entire UI. So here we are. Here we are. Yeah, so on this contact form, I would actually put like little icons here for like name and email and blah, 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 right? That's what I would do. But what do I know? Oh, I broke it. Definitely put this thing in here and then didn't even do it. Wrapping up here. Let's see. Oh, it's on the homepage? Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, it's right there. No worries. All right, so this now at least is closer to not doing that. So let us then... I just want it on this page for some reason, not to have the thing. So let us delete that. It'll probably get away from the scrolliness of it. I wonder if I can just do can I do the same email address? Funky James. I guess it'd be anyway. Terms of service, not. Right. I accept terms. So that click takes some time to do stuff. Submitting. That might be good with like a... I still broke that. Oops. How did I break that still? What did I do? I broke it. Oops. Oh, Midge. Okay. Totally do a pull request. Like, here's why I did this thing. Yeah, it says I've already done it, so I see. I see. I see what I did. Look at that little tiny back button. Why is that there? That's amazing. A little tiny back button. Why is that little back button there? Oh my goodness, that's great. That looks pretty good. Now, how do we do? Is it better? I don't know why this just doesn't say challenge form up top. You know what I mean? Like on this page, like why does it say, like this should just say challenge form. If we wanted to this, we could do something like so that looks. Asymmetry. I think it'll run okay in here. It's like ASCII art technically. Doesn't actually put it as an emoji. Runs and looks okay. Made some changes to this page, but we definitely need to put change a bunch. No need to put private on it. Don't need it. Oh, that looks good. Cute. Love it. Much better. And so I would do like that. A very long name, set and rate property. Oh, that's true. Right, that's good. Private. Ah, yeah, there's a little bit of code behind it. In honesty, I would probably also do one final tweak to this UI, like doing a very small amount of adding here. I would probably do, and the reason I want to do that is because it kind of helps line things a little bit more on the left, a little more spacing here. It feels a little cramped. There is another, I know there's a new one and it tells me there's a new one, but I refuse to use it. One day. And then, you know what you could do here is you could also do like a center, right? Just put that right in the center. All right, this is looking really good. We submitted it, we did it. Let us close that down. Let's go to our solution here. Let's close all documents. Now, the one thing we want to do is on the user data page, we need to put that back to where it was, which is what did he have before? He had a oh, that new one. Yeah, that new hotness. I think I'm still on 809. 1903. Streaming computer. So I'm not even on 1903 on this new. This is good. All right, let's look at the other code changes. So pretty up the submission page. Oh, and we also wanted to validate iOS really quick. Let me see if I have the. What was asking? Window Shift S. Ah, yeah, it is built in. I forget about that. That's actually a lot nicer. That's the thing, is I need that keyboard. I already know how to use snipping tool. I just type in snip. Like James's 31st birthday. Mac. Thanks, Mac. Come on. I think because it was under my lock, so I couldn't get it. Oh, I didn't put the Azure function URL back there. Gosh. Let's. Really should do a before and after. That someone tweeted this one. Copy. But we should do iOS insets. That's what we should do. Do that. Data page. Come in and we should say I'd do it on. I think that this shot is on a. On a normal one. iPhone 7. Have any more? Quiet. Go. And you won't be able to tell it here because it doesn't have the whoopie down, but yeah. Should also really clean up this title bar a lot. Because why not? Finish. Sometimes it's the small thing. Some primary in here. Oh, I don't think that that is the right color, but I do want. It even says select the snip mode using the mode. Oh, I think in the snip and sketch. Literally says like it's going away, and I'm like, I refuse. Better. It's not perfect, but I think it's better. That was pretty good. Before. After. Very good, I'm just saying. Check boxes. Oh, that also should happen too. Okay, so one last thing I want to do is when we do this, there's the is busy. So really, yeah. So here, this really shouldn't happen until there's no need to. The validation of the fields is so quick. Cool. I don't think they use that hexagon anymore. To be honest with you, but okay. So let's sync this. Push it up. Alright, so the last thing we want to do now, saw it on iOS, which is good. On Android, let us go to my GitHub repo, which should be here, question mark? No, here it is. And pull requests. We'll do compare new pull request, and we're going to put it into the Xamarin branch. So say pretty up the submission form. Use material, visual, material, simplify design, use checkbox. Also updated some logic and got rid of the base page as. Optimized images on Android. Oh yeah, converted. Converted project updated. Bam. Take that, Brandon. All right, we did it. We actually one, we submitted it. Two, we made it so pretty. I think just in general, it's pretty good. I'm proud of us. Good collaboration. I like what we did there. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Nice. Nice. Well, I appreciate everyone hanging out with me. Mooch hanging out with me, which is pretty rad. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm not a designer. I did a whole session on design. I said, I'm not a designer. But I said, not a designer. It's what I do. It's not normally what I'm known for doing. So it's what I do, though. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, one thing that I think is super cool about a lot of the live coders, we're always kind of doing stuff, always be coding, always doing a bunch of good stuff. A lot of us are trying to hit that partner status one day. A lot of us are affiliates, but it was really fun going to TwitchCon, like I said. Pretty fun to go and talk to everybody. Anything planned? I'm going to go record episode 170 with the Frank Attack. So we're going to go do that. We'll see how that goes. Who should I raid? Who should we raid together? We're probably gonna go to the thank you screen, but I'm not sure who all is on doing stuff currently. People are playing game. What is a Ludum Dare? Someone's doing something. That is on. Anyone good on? Do we see? Who do we see? Oh, it's a game jam. Oh, everyone's doing game development stuff. I see. I see. Oh, that's cool. Well. Did not know that. So that's my fault. What you gonna do? Well, let's just go over to Lena, because Lena's always doing cool stuff in her game. Okay, so I'm gonna head out next week. I think we're gonna do some machine learning and whatnot. I'm gonna go record episode 170 with the Frank, and check in with the dog, see how she's doing. Thanks everyone for hanging out. You've been around for a while, so I appreciate it. Hope you like the new stream setup. A lot more stuff coming up in the next few weeks, so we'll see how it goes. But until next time, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, James! Montemagno, what's up? Hello, hello! How was your stream? What were you up to? Welcome, guys.